Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Max Howard. It took so long to start that the song ended. No, I was ending the song in anticipation of the title screen showing up, because that's how I wanted to start things off, but the in-game demo ended up lasting like 40 more minutes after I anticipated it would. Look at that, everybody! It's episode 4, and I think this was out before, like, you know, the prequels even existed, so it's so weird. Obviously, you know, I wasn't born when the first one came out, you know, the original trilogy. So it's really kind of hard to wrap your mind around the retcon of, you know, calling them 4, 5, and 6 before 1, 2, and 3 were even out. Must have been pretty strange, but, you know, we all understand what's going on. Hi, Boomer Bear! Hope you're doing well. This is a hard one, even by NES standards, so I have played it before. I know things about it. We're going to use some tricks up our sleeve to try and get the upper hand. But yeah, we'll see what we can do here tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all have an excellent weekend. Let's start it off with some Star Wars here. And yeah, this is the demo, so I'm not actually playing yet. Just adjust the volume here a little bit. You're home from your trip, so you can watch. Well, thanks for stopping by, Max. Hope you had an excellent trip. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is a pretty cool game. Again, not having, you know, not beat it, but having played a bit of it. It seems pretty great, and, you know, in terms of movie games, we all kind of, you know, get a bad taste in our mouths when we think of those. But Star Wars typically had some pretty good games. Okay, there's going to be flashing, so, you know, turn your face away should you not want to see that. That's some pretty darn bad flashing. And I've tested the game out, you know, just getting ready for the stream here. And one thing I noticed, we're playing this on the AVS tonight. The AVS kind of doesn't like this game. I found that if I skip this opening cutscene, we actually get locked on a black screen. The game freezes, so maybe I'm not going to be skipping cutscenes. You know, we'll just have to kind of watch them. Thankfully, they're not too long. But again, you know, in terms of cinematics, back in the NES days, they're pretty nice. Should play Star Wars on Famicom. That one has the Scorpion Vader. I need to get my hands on that one, Max Howard. Star Wars is usually an exception to the problem with licensed games, for sure. All right, so, of course, we start on good old planet Tatooine here. Good old Luke going around just like he was in the movie, shooting stuff with his blaster. And here we have to explore caves to pick up items, which will help us later on in the game. And watch out for those dripping things from the last level of Mega Man 2. No one knows what they are, but they're deadly. That's all that matters. And overall, I mean, it feels pretty good as a platformer. Not gonna lie. And so just like that, we already picked up the improved blaster. Before you could only shoot like one at a time, now you can shoot a billion. So to give you that right off the bat is really nice. But otherwise, we got the speeder here, and there's various caves we can go to. And again, we gotta, you know, accumulate stuff, which will help us later on in the game before we take off for the Death Star and all that. But where we want to go, hold B to go a little bit faster. Got those guys walking around. Thankfully, bumping into the sides doesn't hurt you at all, because that would kind of suck. This is the main cave out of all of them. This is the one that you're going to want to play like 40 times, because items like, wow, okay, well, thankfully that doesn't matter. This is the point I was about to make. Items like health and extra lives respawn. So you can just play this cave over and over again and pick up 2 lives, and you can hold up to a maximum of 7. And I admit we are probably going to be taking massive advantage of that before we depart on our epic quest here. You also get continues in this game. Oh, also there's fall damage for some reason. It's space, and, you know, Star Wars, they're known for jumping all over the place. So why there's, you know, fall damage, I have absolutely no clue. You can see there's kind of like a wall here we can go through. And just like that, 2 Luke heads. Gives us 2 more extra lives up there. Again, we can hold it to a total of 7, and we can come back in here and get those as many times as we want. But just let me get the hang of the controls here. Again, pretty good controls. Nothing really to complain about. Hi, Fentazen. The poll is rhetorical. It's for profiling purposes. I don't know. I was just trying to... I haven't made a poll in a while, and I've always kind of... struggled to find reasons to ask questions. And I realized after I made that poll, man, like maybe that's really controversial. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. But just whatever one you like the most. It shouldn't have been like which one's the best. It should have been which one's your favorite. Unless I did say that. But oh man, Obi-Wan Kenobi lives inside a cave now. It's got something that our father owned. No idea what that could be. You beat the Game Gear version of this very earlier in your gaming journey. Nice! At around the same time you also beat the DKC games. So is the Game Gear version fairly similar to this one then? Of course, there's been lots of Star Wars games over the years. I think the Game Boy one is also kind of similar to this, so it makes sense if the Game Gear one was also such. But yeah, we're going to pick up some lives, and then we'll go and explore the rest of the planet and pick up some other things. So the instruction manual makes it sound like there's like a lot of optional content in this game. Like, I guess depending on what you do, the ending will be different. Like, again, we're going to go around Tatooine, and we're going to do stuff like rescue R2-D2 and find Han Solo so he can pilot the Millennium Falcon. But it sounds like, that's optional. You could skip things like that. And on this pause menu here, we get a % completion at the bottom. We're up to a whopping 6%. But, like, I guess, you don't have to go visit Obi-Wan over here and get the lightsaber. You don't have to, get R2-D2. And then that would, kind of modify how things play out later on. It's kind of a fascinating concept for an NES game, I think. Hi, Nick Gamer. Hope you're having a great night. Why is Obi-Wan cross-eyed again? It's the NES. Cut them some slack. Overall, though, again, game is pretty good. We're just going to be getting a couple more lives here. And another item that we're going to kind of grind for on Ye Old Planet here before we depart is shields for the Millennium Falcon. For some reason, you find shields just laying around in random caves, and those will determine later on how many hits we can take when we are piloting the Millennium Falcon. You can hold up to 8 of those, so we're just going to keep collecting them till we have 8, because there's no reason not to. Definitely feels like there should have been kind of a system implemented where you can't keep picking up the same items over and over again and being cheap like we are, but since they didn't, I'm not going to complain. Hopefully we don't end up needing all these lives anyway. And should we lose them all, there are actually continues in this game, and the instruction manual is kind of ambiguous about it. It's like, you get some continues, but if you run out, you have to start again. So usually when you hear that, you think, okay, 2 or 3 continues. I think this is the first cave again. This is like a random green cave. Do we even need to go into the random green cave? That one might have actually had the shields I was talking about. But what I'm looking for is trying to get to the top left of the map here. Go in here and we'll find R2-D2. I think Alec crashed Tetris for a 3rd time in his career on live stream. Yeah, the whole crashing Tetris thing. And now it's available on Nintendo Switch Online as well, so everyone can be trying to crash it in that too. Of course, if you crash a game on a Nintendo Switch Online app, okay, we gotta get serious here. The whole app will crash as well, and that's bad because any game saves that you make in the Nintendo Switch Online app only actually save to like your console's memory when the app is closed properly. So if the app crashes, it doesn't save any progress that you've made in your games on Nintendo Switch Online, and that's why that whole Watt thing in the original Paper Mario was such a big deal. Watt would crash your app, and it wouldn't save your Paper Mario progress because, again, it only saves when the app closes properly. So yeah, a big weird kind of thing about that. But all right, I'm trying to get across here without getting pulled upwards because there was some health on the other side. Again, we got all the lives, so just take this easy here. Okay, so we got this, and you got arrows on the wall. This game has like a weird thing where you can like ride up walls. It's very strange. These guys are brutal. Kind of like the spread shot they do. Thankfully, in the early game here, there's lots of kind of health laying around. Uh-oh. Okay. Again, there's fall damage, so you always gotta kind of be careful about how far you're falling. Just careful here. I'm just waiting for an enemy to pop out of somewhere and hit us. We don't have that much health. There's a nice big orb. It's not where we can get it, though. There he is! When's our Tetris rematch now that DX is out? No, fair enough, right? Remember your Switch freezing on you when you got a game over Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I've had a few kind of weird crashes when it comes to the Switch as well. But alright. It's one mission down. So yeah, now I think the other thing we kind of want to focus on is getting those shields. And then we can go find Han Solo. So I think the next thing we want to do is want to go... So that's where the bar is. It will be Arthur's bar, but there's another cave around here. We want to check it. I think it's this one. Little green cave. We're going to be playing this one a few times again to pick up those shields, which will be useful later on. And if we lose any lives, we can again just go back and grind for a few more. So there's that Millennium Falcon shield, conveniently shaped just like the Millennium Falcon. And there you go. When you die, Luke just kind of blows up Mega Man style. He was a robot all along. Who would have thought? Okay, let's again take things seriously here. But that actually works out, is it allows us to get that even quicker. And again, there's health right here, so it's not that punishing if you happen to fall. There you go, lots of health just handed to us. Didn't they make these orbs canon at the end of episode 1? It feels like after the Battle of Naboo, one of them is used in the celebration ceremony at the very end. Wow! Wow, that'd be a hilarious connection there. See, George Lucas was thinking ahead. Oh no. I mean, fair enough. Alright, that's 3, I think. And and there are opportunities to pick up some other ones along the way, but when you have a chance to just get them here, why stress out about them later on? The more help, the better. But alright, let's see what else can we do. Get that guy there. You can't even look at the stats menu. So yeah, if we press select now, you get to see the characters that you're kind of picking up along the way. He's not having the best day there. Good old R2-D2 though. Says he is the property of a General Kenobi. Never heard of that guy before. We'll have to go back and visit him again, now that we have R2-D2. After we play this a couple more times. Getting the hang of the platforming as well, although a bit of a lag there. Completely ate my button input. So last night was a bit of a scary night. We played Yooka-Laylee. It didn't look like my capture card was working. I thought, oh great, I just got back into streaming again, and that thing is going to start malfunctioning. Turned out it was just an HDMI cable that decided it didn't want to work anymore. So after I did a whole ton of troubleshooting, I turned my laptop on and off, turned consoles on and off, TV on and off, changed what ports things were plugged into. I finally decided, okay, let's just change everything that could possibly be changed. And yeah, that was it. There's just one HDMI cord that I've always used when streaming, and just suddenly decided it didn't want to work anymore. So if you're ever troubleshooting, certainly consider that too. Okay. Hi Diego! Sir Swaggers, welcome! It's been a while! Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Kind of a random stream we're doing here tonight, when of course the regular Monday schedule right now is Mario Adventure 3, and the Thursday Rareware schedule is Yooka-Laylee. Despite not technically being a Rareware game, it's close enough with all those ex-Rareware guys working on it. And there's Yooka-Laylee in the making as well. But as we saw last night, Yooka-Laylee not the worst thing out there. I think it kind of gets more of a bad rap than it deserves. Not perfect, but what game is in this day and age, or I mean even back in the day. But Okurai! Hope all is good. Alright, what are we up to in terms of shields? 6 up there. Oh, we're 9% complete in terms of the game now. So again, like, we don't have to get R2-D2. And, like, you don't have to take R2-D2 back to Obi-Wan. You don't have to get the lightsaber. That would really kind of make, you know, the later game probably more difficult. But the fact that they give that to you as an option means that there's actually probably quite a bit of replayability then in terms of, you know, different runs that you can do. Alright. Just a couple more times. Ugh. One more, right? I mean, we can probably... Oh, no, that's all 8. Perfect. And once we're out of here, back to the Obi-Wan cave, where we'll also be able to pick up a couple 1-ups, which we haven't really lost too many yet. We've still got all 10 of our continues. Can't complain about that. But we'll probably end up needing them, so... Not gonna get too excited. Can we do Donkey Kong 64 after Yooka-Laylee? So, I would love to do Donkey Kong 64. Next, though, I'm thinking after Yooka-Laylee, maybe we'll do Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and then we'll do, like, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, and we can directly compare who did 2D Donkey Kong platforming better. You know, Retro Studios or the ex-Rareware employees. I know which one I personally prefer, but I won't, you know, rock the boat in that regard yet. We can all decide for ourselves as we play. But yeah, it's been a while since I played Donkey Kong Country Returns. Played it back on the Wii when it first came out, and I never played the 3DS version, so I never really got to experience it with proper controls, only with the, you know, shaking every 3 seconds to roll, which certainly got repetitive. So I'm looking forward to the HD remake. And I know I also never got to play any of the additional levels they added into the 3DS version either, so that would be nice. But alright, some more crazy platforming. Over to this guy. R2-D2 says that he is the property of a General Kenobi. Again, never heard of him. Don't seem to ever remember owning a droid. Despite the fact that you definitely had one in, like, episode 3. Well, just for that, then you must learn the ways of the Force if you are to come with me to Alderaan. I'm sure it's there, alive and well. And just like that, I think we've done pretty much everything we want to do in this area. So again, let's get to the town. I forget if the town actually had like a specific name or it's just the town where you meet Han Solo. But it's over here. Again, I've seen the Star Wars movies, but definitely don't look to me to like quote all your favorite lines. Alright, it's the Cantina over here. And you know, Greedo, age-old debate if he shot first or not. And then here we are just, you know, shooting it up. Okay, let's take things a little more seriously. Clearly these guys have like bulletproof skin. Might have to go back and get a couple extra 1-ups after we do this, because I'm playing so poorly. Okay. But yeah, they really take a lot of hits. We can also use the lightsaber now. I guess we should demonstrate that. It's like, wing, wing, wing. And do like guys die quicker to the lightsaber? Yeah, I guess they do. But you gotta get like so close. But yeah, it's very powerful. It's like, shoots you from off screen. Again, the fact that we can go back and reload on lives after we do this one section here is comforting. Like, wow, like you can't even see him. And they take off like a half of your health bar too. Like, I don't think this room is long. Like, yeah, it wasn't that difficult. There he is! I'm Han Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie said you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system. You're gonna buy Returns HD, Max Howard. Nice. Here we have Han, yeah. So now you can play as him, but it follows Mega Man X3 rules, where if they die, you know, if Han dies, it's not like Luke where you have extra lives. You just can't use him anymore, apparently. According to the manual, I've never let it happen because it doesn't sound like an ideal situation to just lose him forever. Trying to get back to the gun. Go over here and do that. But yeah, we'll kind of, keep him in our back pocket there to use only in emergency situations. Because his gun, as you can tell from the larger projectile, is a little bit bigger, or rather a little bit stronger. Wow, so it forces you to work your way back after finding harm, which is actually, not that bad. Just kind of pick up the pace there. Okay, so yeah, after that performance, we're going to have to go back and grab a couple of extra lives before proceeding to the actual Millennium Falcon. But you know what? Again, could be worse. And if a game's going to allow us to kind of do a thing like this, certainly not going to be complaining, but we got to go a little bit more up to the top then. So we're going to find that cave. Good old Obi-Wan cave. You can tell because it's like the most massive one of them all. Obi-Wan had to save for months to afford this place, but okay. He's with us now too. I think we can even talk to him. What's he have to say? The Force is very powerful. Never knew that. Did that fill our health when we talked to him? Or how else did we get, like, our health back? Or maybe I picked up a big orb somewhere. But yeah, a couple of trips through here will get us back up to 7. And we'll be ready to take on the rest of the game. Don't even have to jump across all that. Just kind of skip down here. But overall, again, the platforming, the combat, all feels really good. Hello, Afflicted, over on the Twitch side. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing quite well. Playing some NES here. Oh, no. Well, that's not good. Again, it's nice that we're inside the cave of one-up grinding. So if we're going to lose lives anywhere, this is the place to do it. Just a quick couple more trips, and these things are really after us. Ugh, I don't think I've doomed us. Let's get back up there. Really? There's no way. There's no way I missed that now. Oh. Well, last night the name of the game was damage boosting. There was an enemy around where we could get back up there. It'd be great. Looks like he should be able to. Yeah, he doesn't jump too high. Again, Jedi are known for their crazy acrobatics. And yet this game, you fall like 2 feet and you lose half your health bar. Pretty suspicious. Even the cave sounds like something that should be reserved for bears. Yeah, getting Donkey Kong Country 3 vibes here. The cave levels. We'll have to do a stream again someday where we play even the original Donkey Kong Country games. I'm thinking just like in one night, we'll beat Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Like 100, 1, 2, and 3%. That'd be kind of funny. Or maybe we should just do like a hard mode night. Where we play like Donkey Kong Country 3 hard mode. I don't know, I'm considering our options there. Like Donkey Kong Country 3 hard mode's not that hard. Just not having the DK barrels around. It's not like the end of the world. The Cave of Infinite Life sounds like something that would exist in Star Wars. Yeah, George Lucas, get on that. It would be funny if George Lucas came back with like a competitor to Star Wars. I mean, there's probably somewhere in his contract that he's not allowed to do that, but it'd still be funny. Okay. So, see, we're going to get 7 here, and then the next one, unfortunately, doesn't do anything. And unfortunately, it's not like Donkey Kong Country, where even if you get 99 lives, you can still, like, collect more than 99, and it will still count. But not in this game. 7 is your max. And just like that, it's time to get the heck out of here. And again, this controls pretty well too. Like, just everything about this game, I have no real complaints as of yet. It all feels pretty good. I think the checkpoints are also gone in Donkey Kong hard mode. That makes sense. Okay, so pass by this. And I think that's like our first appearance of a stormtrooper there. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else on Tatooine. I'm trying to think of like any other collectibles that there would even be. But I think we're good. Other caves are just like the same stuff but not as good. Ooh. What? Like, again, so I guess one complaint about this game is that enemies seem to have a habit of shooting projectiles at you from off screen, and also the game is crashed. The game does not like the AVS, even though there's no reported compatibility issues with the AVS. That's very strange. But I kind of wanted to play it on the AVS in HD. Well, that's Star Wars, everybody. You like how in this telling of Star Wars, they don't try to Jedi mind trick the first... Yes. Just blast them away. Boba Fett crashed the game. What we could do, if we still wanted to play in HD, I might play on the flash cart and we'll like save state periodically, not to like abuse for the sake of beating it, but just in case it crashes, then I can reload or something. Because I actually don't have the, you know, standard definition streaming stuff set up yet. I've never encountered any other NES games that had compatibility issues with the AVS. That's so strange. Let's see what we can do. Hi, Big Phil. Welcome. You just missed the timeline where the dark side won. Luke is dead. Well, what an ending. George Lucas is a genius. Yes. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, that's like, it's so weird. And you know, my AVS is completely up to date, so I'm not sure why this game has so much trouble. Star Wars would be a better movie if Luke died in the first 30 minutes and the rest was just a black screen. Yeah, this NES game knows what's up. Like, see, if you skip the opening cutscene like this... Wow, okay, that time we didn't hang on a black screen. Alright. So here we go. We're cheating, everybody. We're gonna do it. Okay, so we just save stated there. I guess we'll try one more time. And again, for those who might just watch the winning run, assuming this ends up being the winning run, we were playing legit, and the game crashed, and that was that. But now, we're just kind of going to periodically save state. For the sake of hopefully, you're not meeting such doom, and having to replay the whole game under no fault of our own. Because that's the thing, right? Like, obviously, I have nothing against game overing and having to play again. But if the game crashes, that's no fun. So yeah, before you pick up the improved blaster, so you can only have one on screen at a time. And then you can really kind of start firing with that. Okay, well, did you like grinding for lives? Well, get ready. Round 2. And not just lives, the shields for the Millennium Falcon as well. Look at this driving. Again, thank goodness you don't lose any health when you bump into stuff. Didn't even know I was going live tonight. Yeah, a bit of a surprise stream. Maybe it's the card afflicted. No, because I was testing it with the flash cart too, and it actually happened as well. Man. Okay, well, we might get our first game over here if we don't get to the 1-ups before we lose one more. Yeah, the knockback in this game is kind of dastardly. But like, sometimes it is, and then other times it's not. It's weird. But no, I don't believe it's my cart. Watch, the game will go perfectly now. Yeah, maybe we'll periodically save state just in case. Alright. No game overs today. So yeah, the first time you visit Obi-Wan, he gives you the lightsaber. Then you still have to go back with like R2-D2. Maybe you can do both in one, but seems to be better to do it this way. Nice, David Ray. Neil Temple. They never made a Return of the Jedi for NES, did they? No, there's Empire Strikes Back. Unfortunately, it did not get the complete trilogy, which would have been really neat. I'm less familiar with the Empire Strikes Back than I am with this one. I'm not sure if it's a similar style game on the NES. Of course, there was the Super Nintendo versions everyone loves. But you don't hear as much about the NES one. Otherwise, thankfully we weren't too far in by the time the game crashed, so let's just get back there nice and quick. We'll also doing a bit of this. And that's why we're in the Cave of Infinite Lives. I mean, that is an even faster way to kind of grind for them, technically. You know, you still get a profit thanks to the fact that they give you 2. There you go. Getting our sharp shooting on. Oh, shoot, but I did fall. Can you damage boost me back up to the platform? Ugh, almost. Not quite. That's when you start rushing that everything starts going downhill. Empire Strikes Back on NES was ridiculously hard. You finished Star Wars, though. Wow, I can't even imagine what they would do that would make it even more difficult. Like, it's still side-scrolling, I assume, but I guess there might just be, you know, some other elements involved. I know there's also some first-person Millennium Falcon stuff here, which we'll get to if the game decides to let us. After we've collected a few more lives. One more trip to the cave. Again, I don't understand the fall damage. And this it doesn't seem to fit the Star Wars universe. What power supply are we using for the retro USB AVS? So it came with it, I believe. It's like a micro. I always forget. Is it micro or mini USB? But I believe it's everything that I'm using with it is what was packaged with it. I think it even was nice enough to include the, you know, the block that the USB goes into, which so many things these days aren't kind enough to include. So yeah, everything's like the official thing. All right, that should do it. Yeah, what hurts more, enemy damage or fall damage? Because by hitting the enemy right there, I actually kind of negated the fall damage. Alright. Mini USB is the one on the DualShock 3. Okay, that's the one then. That's how we'll refer to it. The one that was on the DualShock 3. I like that. So, actually, I haven't even done R2-D2 yet. Gotta redo all the things. Let's do Han. Why not? I don't think there's like any real rule to the order that you do things. Now that we know how this looks. Right, he does jump far though. I'll give him that. But look at that knockback. That's terrible. Yes, that's what I was trying to do. He even gets some pretty good speed going too. Don't forget the save states. That's right. Yes. Thank you. There you go. Weird delay on it, though. But thank you, Boomer Bear. And that's not something I'd ever expect to see in my chat. Don't forget the save states. Purely because of technical difficulty reasons and not because something I want to use. Alright, get out of here. So far, so good, though. Let's head up to where R2-D2 is now. With our 1 point of health. And there it goes. What happens if you die on the overworld like that? Okay. I think that's our first example of that. Again, we had already done all this, so I'm just trying my fastest to rush back to where we were. Which is why it probably looks like really sloppy gameplay at the moment. But we'll get it done. That delay is normal. It has to write the NES RAM to the SD card. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I was saying it didn't happen like the instant that I entered the button combination for it, because select like also opens the pause menu, so there's probably a weird kind of overlap with the input there. But all right, back here once again. Rescue our old droid friend. So when that doesn't happen. Okay. We only have 2 lives, so let's take it a little bit more serious. Okay, this guy just kind of sprays bullets at you. Thankfully, you can duck under them. Okay. So if you go past that, there is a health pickup. But just touching the up arrows kind of like absorbs you upwards. And then after this, it'll be a trip back to... Actually, we want to go higher than that. It'll be a trip back to the Cave of Life. And I guess there's also the shield situation, too. That's another thing. We lost a lot because of that glitch, unfortunately. We could have already beaten the game for all we know. Again, just surprised that the AVS has such an issue. Oh, I don't think I've ever fallen down here. Wow. And yeah, that's what you get for one platforming mistake. You are replaying the whole dungeon. They made a game off those Family Guy episodes, says Brady. Welcome! Star Wars on Ice YS Bunny. Yeah, I guess the controls have a little bit of a slip to them. It could be worse, though. At least B is shoot and A is jump. They got that much right. Some NES games don't even do that. But welcome, everyone. Hope you're all having fun. Having a great Friday evening as we play Glitchy Star Wars. Yeah, YS Bunny, you've already missed the game crash once, because apparently it doesn't like the AVS. So we'll see just how things go. But alright, this is looking better this time. I think there was supposed to be a crusher there that didn't spawn or something. Alright, don't fail this jump. Yeah, that's a really mean kind of spot it puts you in if you fall to the bottom there. Alright. I'm gonna take him back to ye old General Kenobi. I don't know if you get a 0 life. Like, it shows the head there. At the top right. I don't know if I lose that if I'm game overing or, you know, if it goes down to 0. The age-old question when you're playing a retro game. Some games do it one way, some games do it another. You get Super Mario Bros. 1, where you start with 3 lives and 1 is your last life. And then Mario 3, you start with 4 lives and 0 is your last life, technically giving you 5 lives. So even within the same series, there is no consistency. But then Super Mario World goes back to, you start with actual, like, the number 5, and 1 is your last life. So I don't understand how there's just no consistency when it came to that. There was no standard back in the day. Now, I mean, technically, I guess it might depend on the terminology, where if it's extra life, it makes sense to go down to 0 because you don't have any extras. Where if it's just lives, then, oh shoot, I forgot there was an enemy before the exit. It makes sense that your last life would be 1. But who wants to have to jump through such, such vocabularic things? Just trying to play your video games, not solve a giant math equation here. Actually, I'm supposed to go to Obi-Wan as well. Take good old R2-D2 back. So we could do that. All-Stars fixed the 0 lives in Mario 3. Oh, I never thought about that, YS Bunny. But now that you mention it, I think you're right. What's my favorite Star Wars game? I haven't played like there's so many Star Wars games. I've played like the N64 ones and some of the GameCube ones, some of the SNES ones. Don't know if I could right off the bat pick a favorite one. The Racer on the 64 was always great. That game is absolutely classic. Alright, let's just pick up a couple more lives here. Then we gotta get our shields back for the Millennium Falcon. And then finally we'll be back to where we were. Hopefully getting the good ending this time. Where Luke doesn't, Luke takes one step into the, the bar and slips on an ice cube or something. And that's it. That's Star Wars. That's how it ends. The salty spittoon. Go grab one more. The best Star Wars game is Episode 1 Racer. Yeah, see, Max Howard. See, now we're on the same level there. It is very good. N64 had a lot of good racing games. We were talking last night about how it'll be great when Diddy Kong Racing gets on Nintendo Switch Online. That'll be a lot of fun. And Smash Brothers 64 as well. They gotta hurry up and add that. Donkey Kong 64. Certainly, there's still a lot of good titles missing. We were playing Yooka-Laylee last night when the NES app updated. And the Game Boy one. With the new Tetris games. So, new things get added slowly but surely. And I have to assume with whatever the new Nintendo console is, they better not start from scratch again. I would hope that it's just... download the NES app onto the Nintendo Switch new thing and, we'll have the same library that it left off with. Okay, let's save. Maybe out here is a better place to do it. Okay, there you go. And I like how the music changes too when you're playing as Han. Yeah, you can see that, he's clearly more powerful. Things die quicker when he's blasting them. But we don't want to lose Han because he doesn't get 1-ups. If he dies, he's gone forever. And again, I compared earlier that to Zero in Mega Man X3, which I never understood. Finally, in Mega Man X3, you can play as Zero. But if he dies once, you can never play as him again. Ever. Like, that was just such a weird, broken system. And then, of course, not knowing that the first time you play Mega Man X3, you're going to think, okay, he died. But surely if I game over or something, I can use him again. And then no, just like never again. So, but it really kind of discourages you from using him as well. Because it's like, why do I want to risk losing him? And ugh. Mega Man X3 is a weird one. And it was one of the last Mega Man X games I played, because it was a pretty rare Super Nintendo game. And I didn't grow up with it. So I went like Mega Man X1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And it wasn't until the Mega Man X GameCube collection. I mean, it was on other consoles too. But, you know, that Mega Man X collection for that gen, that I finally got to experience X3 for the first time. Boomer Bear, yeah, the Rogue Squadron games, right? We played those for countless hours years back to get gold medals. Nice. Why, Bunny, aren't there 2 other Star Wars games on the NES? There's also the Empire Strikes Back, but that's it. No Return of the Jedi, unfortunately. It stops at 2, but of course, you know, you get other ones on the SNES, and it picks up from there. You know, then by the time the 64 comes around, of course, we're just talking about episode 1. And what are we up to in terms of shields? Oh, like why? So remember, it wasn't my cartridge, because we're playing this on the flash cart now. It's gonna be one of those evenings, everyone. And I don't know if anything works right now. Like I can't even load state. It's just the game, like everything's crashed. Like that time I didn't even die. I didn't even do anything wrong that time. Alright, can I load? But let me guess, I don't have any shields. I wasn't expecting it to die from doing nothing. Okay, well, we have 0 shields again. And darn, I'm using all my good story material to talk about while I'm grinding. Another crash. Hi, Demo! Hope you're doing well. Low Rogue Squadron on the GameCube. Yeah! There's that weird GameCube bonus disc that came with one of the Rogue Squadron games as well. Which is pretty neat. But yeah, Star Wars always had good games. Do they even make Star Wars games anymore? I can't think of like the last Star Wars game that came out. I mean, I know there's been like remakes of like Knights of the Old Republic and stuff, but in terms of like actual new Star Wars stuff, I remember when The Force Unleashed came out, that was pretty popular. Yeah, Star Wars was like always pretty consistent when it came to decent games, you know, unlike some movie franchises. But especially like that 6th gen, it's like every single movie that came out had a game based on it. It'd be on, you know, the home consoles. There'd be a Game Boy Advance version of it. I feel like the era of the movie game is kind of over, right? Like, it's not like every single movie, literally, like there was no exceptions back then. If a movie came out, they would find a way to make a game out of it. But I don't think that, you know, they really do that anymore. That day and age is kind of over, because I mean, it's obviously a lot more expensive now to make a game, where back then, you know, a Game Boy Advance game probably, I don't want to say like cheap, but compared to today, relatively inexpensively, you can make like a 2D Game Boy Advance game. Where obviously it would take a lot more time and effort now, to the point where it's not worth it. Okay, so can I save? Okay, there we go. So again, select is one of the buttons that I have mapped to save stating, but select also opens the menu in this game. It's one of those weird games where like start just brings up this, but select brings up the menu where you can actually like choose different characters and stuff. And that's why that, you know, keeps opening when I'm trying to save state. Which, to anyone who might just be tuning in, welcome. The reason we're save stating tonight in a very uncharacteristic act of mine is because the game is crashing on the AVS. Just absolutely randomly. Sometimes when you die, sometimes when you don't die. And, you know, we're not using it to kind of cheese the game. But we are just kind of trying to do it so that we don't lose progress. You know, undeservedly. Afflicted! Mega Man X Affliction X3 is based on the PS1 port. Yes, actually, Wise Bunny. I remember that, now that you mentioned it. I remember it had like a weird music looping problem too. The music didn't loop properly, which was unfortunate. It was a weird way to experience it for the first time for sure. You should report it to Retro USB to see if there's an issue with FPGA code. Or if it's your system. Ah, well that's a scary thought, but thank you. Maybe I shall. I don't think there's any other game I've found that's, you know, done this. Now, naturally, I do like playing games on my AV Famicom a lot as well. I haven't played as many on the AVS. But I thought, you know, especially for streaming purposes, I'm sure everyone appreciates the HD video quality over the standard definition. I mean, yeah, we were even, you know, playing, you know, Mario Adventure 3, and, you know, if that works fine. We did have that one glitch where when I beat that Cheep boss, everything started freaking out. But I think that was more the game's fault. Because the Cheep was, like, a little bit off-screen when I defeated it. The game was not happy. Alright, one more shield to go. And then finally we have reclaimed all the stuff that we lost. And we can work our way towards the Death Star. I mean, Alderon's very much still there and intact. This is the alternate universe where the Death Star missed. Honestly, I'm all for that. I wonder if there's any ROM hacks in this game. Alright, one more time. And then we'll save state. And then that's it. Don't have to see all that stuff anymore. Assuming we don't game over 10 times, but let's not think of that. Okay, and we're getting the hang of things here. And we're gonna save state right here. There you go. What else we got here? Andy, we played the SNES Star Wars games. Played, but not beaten. So we'll get to that someday. Lego Star Wars. Oh yeah, there's so many Lego Star Wars games too. I've seen them. They don't look too bad. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is a thing. It wasn't the classic Lego Star Wars games. But from what I've seen, I mean, the Lego games look fun. Like, I haven't really sat down and played too much of them, but... You know, there's like Lego Harry Potter, Lego Indiana Jones. A lot of cool franchises have those Lego-based games. And they don't look too shabby. But alright, we're back to here again. I believe we've done everything, right? We got Obi-Wan. Yes. All the shields. So I don't even need that health. Oh! Well, now I do. Let's get the lightsaber equipped. I like that the lightsaber can, like, deflect bullets. Very accurate to the Star Wars universe. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, no. Like, what? I totally got that guy. Well, there goes a life. And hey, so that time the game didn't crash. So the crash really kind of just seems to be random. I mean, I think it was this guy who killed me that last time it crashed. Or maybe it was another guy around here, but yeah, it seems to be very inconsistent. But yeah, lightsaber obviously very strong, but you know, you gotta get like really up close, which isn't always ideal. There we go. Ooh. Nothing over here. Looks like maybe you can press up there, but you can't. Alright. Just one jump. Okay, very good. Good old hangar 94. Is that accurate to the movie? I remember if the hangar had a number in the movie, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were like trying to be that accurate. Super Tom Brother, have you, did I miss a joke? It's spelled Alderaan. Fortunately, crashing had to happen with this of all games, as you've been looking forward to it ever since you got to the S section. Yeah, there's only like 10 NES games that start with S that I haven't beaten. But man, it was like the beginning of the year when we started S. There's about 100 NES games that start with it, so yeah, just, there's a lot of them. What else we got going on here? This reminds you of that Super Star Wars Genesis prototype where the Cantina band theme plays for almost every level. Uh-oh. Yeah, thankfully, again, this game has pretty good music, good variety. Are you going to play the Famicom Star Wars game by Namco? I need to pick that up, and the reason I haven't picked it up yet is because it is a silver cartridge. There were like 3 gold and silver cartridges that Namco released on the Famicom for some reason. Dragon Buster, Xevious 2, Super Xevious, and Star Wars. So Star Wars is like a silver cart, and every copy I've seen of it just has been like totally horrible. Like some kid played Frisbee with it for some reason. So I've always wanted to get my hands on like a really, nice one. But I have not seen such a thing yet. But I mean, obviously, even just, you know, game-wise, if I were to just pick up the game, I'd love to play it someday. So yeah, actually, that's right. We were having a conversation earlier about if there was 2 or 3 Star Wars NES games. That is my bad. If you count the Namco one, which is different from this. Yes, there is a 3rd Star Wars game. My mistake. I mean, technically, I guess it's not on the NES, but same thing. Oof. Okay. So if you go up, there's like shields and stuff, but since we've already loaded up on those, I think we can, yeah, like don't gotta worry about that because we totally took advantage of the respawning shields inside the cave. These things give me like Quickman stage vibes. Again, one thing about this game is that enemies can like shoot you from off screen, which is a little silly. No, we didn't finish that, Max. We should though. Speaking of Xevious, it sucks that Bandai Namco delisted Xevious 3DG on PlayStation Network years ago. Is Namco Star Wars expensive? I don't think it's like the most expensive game out there. But again, finding like a good condition one seems to be not always the easiest thing to do. Alright, so it's asteroid time in the Millennium Falcon. So just kind of gotta avoid the asteroids. There's no shooting, so we can't blow up any asteroids. And yeah, it's kind of hard to tell like exactly where the damage window is. So the best bet is just to kind of try and completely avoid asteroids altogether, rather than kind of like squeeze between 2. But I appreciate like the kind of, you know, variation in gameplay here. We've gone from side-scrolling platforming to first-person Millennium Falcon driving, and those are our shields up at the top there. So like literally, each shield that you pick up equals 1 health for the Millennium Falcon. So there's no reason to not max that out at 8 before jumping in here. And that's all this is, just kind of waiting it out. And there you go. No, I love the original trilogy. I think you'll find a lot of people that do. Actually, I think I see the poll. Original has 100%. Fair enough. Wow, 21 votes and everyone says original. Very nice. Alright, so we made it to the Death Star just fine. The glitches did not get us. So let's make a save state here. Again, words I never thought I would say. Okay. Alright, Death Star time. Here we go. Alright, we've been pulled in with the tractor beam. And here we go. That person despawned? Maybe. So is there a way to kill the turret guys? I'm not sure. They just never seem to die. Like, I don't know if with the... I mean, Han is stronger, so maybe? Like, look at those massive bullets. I mean, maybe you have to, like, hit the guy from behind, but there's no way you could do that because you can't even get behind. So I'm just convinced that these guys don't die. I'll gladly take that health. Yeah, Super Tom, brother. Try the thermal detonators. If I had such a thing. Have I done Action 52? So I definitely want to do a stream of Action 52. I beat the games that are on Action 52 to the best degree I felt I could, because a lot of them aren't beatable, and other ones just like you'll beat 3 levels and then it'll glitch out and you can't play anymore. But I definitely want to stream Action 52 with you all, and I kept the list of like how far I got in each of the games on it, and we'll compare, you know, if I can do any better than that or not. But Action 52 is hilarious. So just in terms of like, you know, a stream to have fun with everyone, I think that's a good one. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Slipped right off the edge there. Yeah, so these gravity things are kind of a pain. And again, why there's fall damage in the Star Wars game, I have no idea. Considering there's not one time in the movies where I don't think you can ever say someone got hurt from falling too far. Alright, so here we go. We found the computer outlet, sir. Save state, Boomer Bear. Very good idea. After this cutscene, assuming it doesn't blow up, I shall do that. Thank you. I've not seen UFO 50, no. Ooze once had a contest, but you couldn't... Yeah, I think you had to like beat level 5 of Ooze, but it crashes on the 2nd level. Technically, Palpatine got killed by falling to... That's funny! But then he exploded into, like, blue flame or whatever. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna go back to the left and save state here. Again, for technical difficulty reasons. It's been good so far, though. Again, like, the crash seems completely random, which is so weird. So now that we've connected to the main computer with R2-D2, we can select him, and it shows us a diagram of all of the doors and elevators in the room that we're currently in. And you can even see like kind of the lines that connect the doors showing you, you know, just where the elevators go. And our goal is that door in the upper right. No, I don't want to talk to this guy. So let's see. Thankfully, he didn't shoot until like he turned around. One nice thing I've noticed about this game is that enemies don't respawn. You know, you get some NES games where like you go a pixel off screen and, you know, enemies come back. Alright, on the map. So we're at the top right now, but all those elevators are too high up, so we're gonna have to, you know, do some shenanigans at the bottom and probably work our way back up that way. So let's go back down. Hi, Christian. Hope you're having a great night. Oh, I always switch to Han by accident. To Han. The Palpatine that returned in episode 9 was a clone. They made him in a bottle or something. Alright. I think we're back. I think... Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Just checking in on things. Blue Firewire is funny, yes. Can you hear me? Can you see the game? Can you see that I have 1 health remaining? Here I start talking smack about against the, you know, the sequel trilogy. I get like an internet disconnect or something. Internet blip. So we shall not do that no more. But okay. So where are we here now? I think I'm at the bottom now. If you go... Let's see. No, I don't want to be Han. There we go. So I don't think you can kill this guy. He does a thing like that. So we just got a 1-up. Like he shoots a missile. It got me. But I mean, hey, it was a good trade-off because now by having that extra life, you get another shot with full health here. But hopefully everything is looking good. Twitch stream messed up, so you had to go here while I was playing. I think I had a bit of an internet blip there, so everyone was kind of, what's it called? You know, not seeing the proper thing there. But hopefully we're good. Alright, so do I try to go back down and get this life? Because again, thankfully, as we know, lives respawn. But the problem is, if I keep trying to do that, eventually we might get to a point where, like, I lose a life and not get it. And then, you know, we're having a life deficit there. Whereas it is, if I can keep getting it. Like this. Yes, we did it! Okay. Perfect. Oh, come on. I should have killed this guy before I went down. And then he wouldn't have been there to do that. Because like we mentioned, you know, things don't actually respawn in this game, which is nice. But I think this is where we want to go. To get to that door. Just gotta inch yourself forward bit by bit. Oh. Okay. Where are we here? See, just going to R2-D2 switches me to Han for some reason. Which is not what you want. So I think... You know, there's like the corner there. We're directly to the right of that. Just still working our way up. Ooh. The dead end? Every time I go into an elevator, I look over at the chat, but that's a really bad thing to do because it seems like enemies always like to be at the other side of the elevators. This is a bad jump. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. No! No, no. I have to do all of that again. When you're doing jumps like that, don't stop, I guess. The moral of the story is just keep your momentum going. Actually, you know what? Let's just try that again. Since the life comes back anyway, there's no real loss. Ooh. Here you go. So yeah, the missile does like this weird loop and comes back at you. Hi, Dylan! Can't imagine anyone voting sequel trilogy. I mean, everyone's gonna have their preferences, right? But who voted for the prequel trilogy? Uh-oh. No, prequel trilogy's fun. You know, I can appreciate the storytelling that's going on there. You know, I'm a big fan of the Professor Layton games, and the way that those worked, like, those completely ripped off Star Wars. I don't think I even touched anything. Where the first 3 games were a thing, and then the next 3 games are actually like prequels. Like, it's so blatant, but it works so well. So I can appreciate prequels that, you know, answer some questions and tie up some loose ends and, you know, show just how characters might have known each other before, you know, the originals. I like that sort of thing. Obviously, you know, it can feel kind of forced in some ways, but all around, I thought the prequels were not that bad. Not as bad as some people might have said. I have memories of going to, you know, Revenge of the Sith, episode 3, for a friend's birthday. And at the beginning, the movie cut out for like 5 minutes, which, you know, kind of like this, when it just cuts the black. Like, how are you supposed to do anything about that when you go through the elevator and the bullet's already there? And so at the end of the movie, we got free tickets to go see like another movie as an apology for the technical difficulties, even though it wasn't really that big of a deal. So there, This room's very annoying. Where are we? I have no clue where I am. Okay, so maybe... I'm very lost. Am I at that corner again? Yeah, you fall. You almost wish it would just let you try again from the start. Ah, just let me go back to where I know where I am. Hi, Coral Cola. Hope you're having a great night. May the force be with me. Thank you. We need it. Especially since the game seems to be crashing every now and then. Focus, you must. David Ray, Twitch stream seems to be working now. Yeah, both streams were down for a second. Just a weird, blip in the internet or something, it seemed, unfortunately. But thankfully, nothing too catastrophic. Welcome back, everyone who might have been kicked away as a result of that momentarily. So that guy's not too bad to dodge when you know what you're doing. Although just one touch there did take off like a good chunk of my health. The enemies in this game like taking a lot of hits. In the movies, you shoot like one stormtrooper in the leg and it's like, that's it, he's done. In this game, like multiple dead-on hits. And again, I don't know what it wants from you because you go through the elevator, it forces you into it. I guess that's why you gotta use the force to like go in the elevator when it's not gonna be there. Just close your eyes and press the up button. So yeah, we really can't take a hit here. Because we need that health in case we take a hit. Ooh. It's good though to keep getting that one up. Thank goodness for respawning extra lives. You know, it's not usually good when things respawn in NES games, but if items and lives are going to respawn, then I'm not complaining. And I feel like the tit box on the bullets as well are bigger than the graphic would have you believe. I was sure I jumped over that. I was doing really well with, like, not getting hit by this guy. I seem to have lost it. Yeah, everyone liked the pod racing. Pod racing was great. You have Lego Star Wars on GOG. You haven't played it since you want to get the first two first. No, for sure. You gotta play them in order. You don't remember that when you played a ROM of it before. Definitely jarring. Oh, what's that, Coral Cola? Okay. Alright. Let's not take damage getting that one up so that I can actually take a hit if I have to at that part, I guess. And again, I just don't know what else you can do there. But I really want the one up, so... Alright. That's one. One down. There we go. No hits. Alright. Like, I just don't think there's anything that you can do about these guys, which is so strange. Hey, we're 30% complete. Oh! Shoot, no way. Like, that wasn't even that far of a fall. Again, you see the platforming like that, and you think, okay, just get some momentum and go. Of course they would put an enemy right on top of the platform. Alright. Fall damage in 2D platformers is a cardinal sin. Absolutely, Wise Bunny. And again, especially in a game like Star Wars, where they are jumping all over the place and not getting hurt. Ugh. Okay. Here we go, here we go. So we go up here, and we can make the first jump, but then we have to wait. Okay. And then I think this is as far as we've made it. There was another really weird... But I think the mistake I made last time was I should have just rushed this one. Okay. And I think this is where we need to go. Yeah! Whoa! Okay. So according to the manual, we're deactivating the tractor beam here in a very excited room with lots going on. I think those are ladders you can grab onto. They don't look like it initially. I'm just looking for the opening. You can kind of look at the other side of the screen, and like when that beam fires, you know the one on your side's about to fire. So I think... this is what we're doing. Yeah! Take that, tractor beam. Nobody likes you. Okay, okay, so we should save state. Again, not because it's something I like to do, but because the game has been crashing, so we're saving just in case it decides to randomly crash. Okay, so R2-D2, show us what's up. Holy moly! It gets more complicated. GG, Coca-Cola, thank you. Okay, so let's get Luke back here. Where are we going? Just know there's going to be a stormtrooper somewhere. I guess we'll just go through random elevators until we end up somewhere. Whoa! Okay. Now, is this where I want to go? We're going down. See a purple door. Don't need health. Where are we? On the map. Where even are we? Like, what looks like anything? Okay. So kind of 3 elevators really close together with one up above. Where do you see something that looks like that? Okay, I think it's kind of in the center. If you count from the top left, 3 red doors down, that third red door, the right of that is the door that's the elevator that's like on the floor above us. It's very confusing. So where do I even want to go? I feel like we should just wander until something happens. Christian hasn't seen any Star Wars movies. That's crazy talk. Star Wars Connect, the Han Solo song, yes. What is this? Dead end? Yeah, maybe. Also, I want to take massive fall damage. Okay. Boy, this one's taking us quite a ways down. Okay. I think we're like way at the bottom now. Like, why would I want to deal with this guy? I think there's another one up on the other side. I'm curious. Yeah, there is too. Okay. So, you know, if you see this guy, he's guarding a 1-up. We're back up to 7 again. And we haven't had any game overs yet. We've had, like, several game crashes, but no game overs. It's hard to step up the Empire. Okay, what's this? Okay, we got health. We got purple doors. Oh, we're looking for Leia. Oh, there she was. Where you check 2 doors. All right. So she's on the menu now. There you go. We can even play as Leia. But again, if Leia or Han die, they don't come back with 1-up, so you're kind of forced to use Luke. Oh, okay, I'm missing some health with him. Perfect. Star Wars chess? No, I haven't. You're gonna ask if I had found Leia. So that's the cool thing about this game is the instruction manual mentions that, you know, you can proceed with like outfinding R2-D2 or without finding Han or without finding Leia. And I guess that would really mess you up later on. Like, there hasn't really been any situation yet where not having either of them seems like it would matter. Obviously, R2-D2 is good for like having the map and such. And you have to find Obi-Wan if you want the, you know, the lightsaber. But, I mean, I guess if you want to do like a challenge run, you could try doing it without them. But I still don't know where the heck I'm going here. Like, there's other red doors. And there's no, like, dot that says you are here. So it's a tough map to decipher with, like, you know, a moment's glimpse. Leia time! Left for 15 minutes. Did I beat the game yet, Max Howard? No! Actually, it seems like a decently length game. Like, we've been to the very bottom, I think. And we've been to this weird spot before. Kind of feeling like here? I don't know if I've done. Ooh. Well, I mean, considering there's an enemy here, I guess that means we haven't technically been here. Now that's kind of suspicious that we can make this jump. Just like a robot dog! Okay, hopefully we didn't miss anything. We got Leia. I assume that's probably what we were looking for there. Still 45%, although everything's very blue now. Oh, the conveyor belts are back. That's not a good sign. Oh! Right into whatever that is. Huh. Ooh, okay. Conveyor belts pushing us back in the wrong direction. Oh! Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Is that a health up there, or is that like a background graphic? Star Wars themed song parodies and sole highlight of Star Wars Connect. What a weird game, right? Oh, we're back to the laser guys again. Can you even defeat these guys? Maybe we'll just jump over them if we can. Looks like we can. Maybe the lightsaber, but again, it's like... I guess I should have tried at least. Down to 6 lives! Okay, so this... How did I know? At least, you know, it's not like it took you into the spikes. It pulls you away from it. And that kind of looks like health up there. You want to find out if we can kill these guys with the lightsaber? Let's see. What? I didn't press A. No, you just bounce off of him if you hit him with the lightsaber. Okay. That is very weird. And it tells me that we probably shouldn't try to do it anymore because it'll end up getting, you know, knocked back into something we don't want. Wow, the laser went right through my head. Because there was a moment when I was ducking there, I was like, this is actually a bad idea, isn't it? But no, thankfully, Luke's head has no feeling. It's completely numb. Okay. I'll take that. Could I have gotten more height here? Maybe. Maybe? Or maybe I'm supposed to go this way. Oh, yes. Okay. What is this? Oh! I was so sure I was going to hit those. Pressed A just in time, I guess. This is crazy. Look at that! It's a walking refrigerator. Wow. No flash stopper from Mega Man 2 to, like, freeze everything. You know, I don't like this at all. It's a tight gap. Ooh. Yeah, okay, the game is getting much more difficult. This is some crazy platforming. 2 walking refrigerators. What is this? Oh, 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 oh! Okay. So this time the conveyor belts are actually mean and they're trying to pull you away from where you want to go. Okay, okay. Yes! What an incredible smell you've discovered! Let's get out of here. Oh, okay, it's... Oh, I'm in the green. Whoops. It's trash compactor time, even though it's not actually compacting, it's more just the water levels raising. Oh my gosh, okay. This is where we're gonna lose all of our lives. Ah. You know what? Maybe the lightsaber. The lightsaber probably makes more sense. I pressed select, but I guess... Can I pause here? Okay, thank goodness. That's like half our lives gone from nothing. Okay, that was it apparently. Lightsaber's so powerful, just like one hit and he was dead. And it goes on. It goes on. Zoda Head Coca-Cola. Is your refrigerator running max hour? Yes. We argue most episode 2. Yeah. There's fun movies. But let's see here. Okay. Back into the kind of blue zone. Let's not die in silly ways. We're gonna need these lives, clearly. As I take unneeded hits. Alright, there are a lot of spikes. This is giving me VVVVVV vibes with the flashing spikes. Can I do this? Where am I going? Like, am I actually supposed to make that jump? Oh, it'd be nice if I pressed the A button, although it looks like there's platforms down there as well. Okay. You know, the game is not kidding around anymore. Ugh. Like, I'm trying to get as close to the edge as possible because it looks like a very long jump. But that just makes me kind of run off the edge. I need to time my A presses better. Oh! We have no lives left. Interesting. Clearly, I think I can get closer to the edge than I actually can. But see, like, if you don't get enough distance, then that's what I'm afraid of. I knew there'd be something in this tight passage. Alright, looks like a thing. Wow! Wow! That's mean! Okay, well, we get 10 continues, I guess. But, like, literally, there's no way to know that. They're just gonna send you into a ceiling of spikes. Wow. Instant Death Liquid. Can't have a platform without it. Instant Death Liquid. Instant Death Spikes. I mean, maybe actually the spikes might be, like, nearly insta-death. But, like, wow. But, like, can you even make this jump? Ugh! Like, I'm not convinced that's possible. There's no double jump, is there? Do any of the characters jump higher? This is how high Luke jumps. This is how high Han jumps. Doesn't look any different. This is how high... No. So there's not like a Luigi character. Okay, so now that we know that... So I think what we should do here... is since he's stronger, he might kill this guy before he shoots at us. Good. So what happened here? It's like a spike ceiling, but you have to do that. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't trust anything anymore. Is this going to lead me up into spikes? No, it didn't. Ooh, okay. Okay. Fair enough. Like, look at these jumps. Oh. Big purple ladder. Okay, careful. There's that spike ceiling over there that you have no warning of. Just careful. Careful. Oh! Okay. Whoa! Okay. I just don't trust anything anymore. This is kind of suspicious. Oh! Okay. Come on. Thankfully, we had lots of practice with that guy. No! 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 I should have known! I should have known! Oh. What a freaking mean game. Nice YS Bunny. Very nice. You guys remember that part of the movie? When Luke jumps several stories into the air and got impaled by Spike's Super Tom Brother. Multiple times, not even just once. Oh, that was going so well. Like, wow. Because of this jump, I'm always missing, like, so much health. Ugh. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it wants there. That was probably almost the end of the room, too. Thankfully, the game's kind of generous with checkpoints. Like, every room, every time you go through a door, pretty much is a checkpoint. I hate this. Ugh. Really? Okay, it'll be all of your job to remember just how far I got and which ceiling it was that got me. Ooh, well, that kind of worked out better than it might have. Yeah, I think we were at the top, too. No! I don't want to take silly hits like that. Nope. That's a really nasty part of the level right there. Okay, I'm getting a better understanding of the room layout, though. Ugh. Like... And again, we saw, I try to get closer to the edge, but then you run off. $55% though, that means we're like only halfway there. Now you're seeing the game's wrath. This is some crazy stuff, Boomer Bear. It's not holding any punches. I can only hope it gets easier from here. I doubt it will. Now, I don't like this corridor at all. There's something wrong with the hitboxes of the bullets. Like, I don't think I touched that. Alright. Down to 9 continues. 8 now, everybody. Let's not lose lives like that. I mean, I have to say, clearly they knew it was tough because of all the continues they give you, though. Is there something I'm doing wrong with this jump, Boomer Bear? I don't understand it. Whoa! I lost all momentum. Landing on the platform's still better than landing on the spikes, though. No way! I touched those arrows. Okay. Let's not fall apart. Like, we were so close to beating this room, too. The jumps? Just not makeable, I don't think. Well, that's reassuring. The Junkman! This game was so hard, but you loved it so much as a kid. Honestly, it's a really fun game. And, like, it plays well. Just, they're really pushing the, the challenge to the limit here in terms of the jumps it wants you to make. And, putting spikes in places where you have to hit them if you don't know. Okay, we have, what, 2 health left? That's one thing about this room, too. There's no health pickups. The game has been pretty generous with health pickups to this point. But there's not a single health pickup we've seen in this room. Unless I'm just missing them somewhere. So from here... Oh my gosh! Like, there's nothing you can do to control your height. Okay, this is it. This is the one. We need those continues for later, I'm sure, still. Like, there's something that the developer must have known that we don't about how to get extra height or something. Well, that's more health than we had last time. Part's easy enough. We can pretty consistently get to here, I think. But this is where I don't like. Like, I know we have to go to the right, but you can't anticipate it like that. We were doing so well, too. Like, I feel like if I could just make this jump, I would feel different about the whole rest of the room because we'd actually have a little bit more health. Hello, Ruler Ray! I'm so sorry, Andrew, but you're just not a true Jedi? What? Fall damage plus spikes equals death. What? I mean, that's Rareware Thursday, though. And I don't believe I said, like, the Donkey Kong Country games were next. I think I said after Yooka-Laylee, we would probably play Donkey Kong Country Returns. But don't worry, lots more Donkey Kong Country to come in the future. We'll never stop playing DKC on this channel. Again, the fact that you can't kill that guy, and he's like such a massive sprite. Again, Boomer Bear, am I missing something? Like, I don't get why there's enemies that you can't defeat. Like, unless Leia's weapon can do it. I don't think we really tried that. Alright, but we're losing way too many lives here, especially since we were so close to the end of the room that one time. That's what hurts, when you get really far, and then you can't get back. Yeah, that was good. Okay, we got lots of health. I feel like this part here is the worst part. Coming up. This spike trap. Whoa, because I had enough health, they actually didn't kill me. Whoa. I should have changed the Han because he was stronger. But okay, so that tells you though, if you have enough HP, you can actually screw that up. And again, I'd have even more if I could just make that jump. I wonder if there's like a trick where like if you pause or something, you can negate the fall damage. Well, there goes any hope of having health. Just falling apart. The Land Trilogy, for sure, YS Bunny. Yeah, Nintendo really kind of dropped it unexpectedly there. I just don't know where to fit it all in now. We need 2 Rareware days, I think. that would be good, because there's just so much Rareware stuff to play. But yeah, definitely want to play the land games. I want to play Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair at some point too. Where does it all fit in, is the question. Okay. Does R2-D2 give us like a map of this room? We already know that. Okay. Oh, I guess I could be using the lightsaber to deflect bullets. I never really... don't usually do that. Okay. It just kind of seems like so over the top, though. Yeah, like, I shouldn't be bothering. It was an interesting idea, but it's not accurate enough to do consistently. Now we have no health. Again, it feels like I have to be missing health pickups or something somewhere. Like, what is the best way to do this consistently? Oh, I should have let myself descend a bit and then gone into the tractor beam thing. And then... that would have been good. Oh, great. Wow, just touching that guy's head took off that much health. Now we're dead because of the fall damage. I have to say, this is probably one of the craziest rooms I've seen in any NES game. Just in terms of, yeah, we're going to spam spikes on every possible surface. And you'll force you to take some fall damage. Force you in the spikes that you didn't even know were there. Whoa. Is there anything on top of this platform? I don't think we've ever been on top of it. That was going too well. Come on. There has to be a way to make this jump. No. See, it's better to try to make the jump and fail it than to not jump at all and land in the spikes. There's really nothing on top of that platform. Huh. I'm very suspicious of, like, the hole that's in this wall. See how there's no spikes in that one spot? What if there's, like, a wall you can go through there? I'm really tempted to try. Since we had no health anyway. Okay, we're down to under half of our continues. Time to stop fooling around. This one room has eaten, like, half our continues. No, it just doesn't work. Oh. All these spikes are giving you Mega Man flashbacks, right? Spikes, every NES character's worst nightmare. And it's not like this is the end, I don't think, especially if we're only 55%. I'm gonna need some continues for later, too. Yes, okay. Okay, this is looking good. Like, there's something over here. Like, I'm doing so well that now I'm just purposely hurting myself. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. In the back of my mind, I was hoping for a health pickup, but that was just dumb. It was nothing. I didn't touch it. I got to see the replay of that. Like, there's no way that you know, that laser touched me when I went flying. I feel like the hitbox of the lasers is like 2 times how they appear. Alright. Use the force. I'm just gonna close my eyes. And we're gonna beat it. Not looking. Not looking. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm looking. Maybe if I was using the power glove. That's our problem. Need some more power in here. No more foolish platforming. Take this seriously. I can take an extra hit if I have to from these spikes up here. Ideally, I won't. Okay, whoa, I've actually learned how to perform that properly. Now there's these dudes. Sometimes there's two. This time there's like only one. Okay. Is this where that robot guy was? Yes. It's good we spent so much time learning how to deal with those guys. This is the one, right? This is the one where if you stay on it too long, it hurts you, I think. I think this is the one. Like, what is this? Wait, why? Isn't this the end? Like, what is this? Maybe I have to be someone else? Maybe it's one of those NES games that doesn't have an ending. It's like, we beat it, everybody! We did it. What am I missing? Hi, Jacob! Missed message! I'm missing a lot of messages. I apologize. Oh boy, okay. Press up? I thought I was pressing up. I'm pressing up here, up here. I see something flashing up there. It's kind of looking like David and Goliath going on. Some glitchy graphics at the top of the screen. Did, like, the ending despawn? Because there's been so much crap going on screen? Like, I just know I'm gonna touch like that guy by accident. Am I not? Oh, maybe talk to this guy? No. Talk to this guy? Talk to this guy? Isn't this where you fight Vader? Well, that's the thing. Luke never really deals with Vader in the original. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you can't play as him. Because, yeah, you know, he distracts him while you escape on the Millennium Falcon. Is that what this is? Kind of looks like it. Like, did I go the wrong way or something? I'm very... Oh, maybe get the lightsaber out. Okay. Voing, voing, voing. Nope. There's no time limit, so I'm tempted to just stand here forever. I beat this room. That's enough of an accomplishment for tonight. Is there like a ladder you can't see somewhere? Like, I don't get it. What? What? Why? What happened? Okay. Well, apparently... Oh, boy. Oh, I haven't save stated in like a long time. Not for like, you know, for glitching purposes. So there you go. We got all of our shields back. Yeah, the game has surprisingly been running more reliably the longer we've played it. It was the beginning that was not very happy. Can I shoot bullets before they hit me? Kind of. You know, sometimes first-person shooting can be kind of questionable on the NES. This actually feels pretty decent, I'll admit. Hey, I was totally firing at that. I give you a compliment. Oh, we're out of shields. We're still somehow only at 55%. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let's start this here. This is the first time we've done any first-person shooting in this game, so, you know, it takes you a second to warm up. So obviously the priority is the bombs that are coming at you. The TIE fighters, you know, they don't like hit you directly. Sometimes you feel like you're firing right at the bomb and it doesn't blow up. Close. Close. Do a barrel roll. It's not Star Fox. Okay. One more continue after this one. This is what happens when you don't believe in the Force, says Max Howard. I believe, but it's just failing me. But I have to admit, like, honestly, this is a really cool game. Like, for an NES freaking Star Wars game, like, this is awesome. Like, as a fan of the movie, like, it has everything you want in it. Did both of those get me? I don't know. I wonder if there's a strategy, like just always keep your cursor in the middle. It seems to be working really well, because they always cross over the middle. Am I down to no shields again? I thought I was doing better than that. That's crazy. Your health just kind of disappears. Now imagine if we hadn't picked up 8 shields on Tatooine. Hi! Doma20. Oh, what? Spam chatter. That's crazy talk. There we go. Surprisingly good considering how crummy some old Star Wars games were. I'm just thinking, like, you know, first-person shooting overall could be kind of questionable in NES. Like, you know, compared to Top Gun, this is like a masterpiece. So we got no continues left. Problem is, this isn't the end of the game. This isn't how the movie ended. Unless, like, the whole Death Star part, you know, blowing up is just a big, long cutscene. I wouldn't complain. Okay, I wonder how long this is. Like, when they shoot, when they're close, you have no time to react and hit the bullets before they hit you. Come on, I thought that was the end. When they do that cross kind of effect, I guess I should prepare for a couple at the top like that. That goes on for so long. Ugh. Like, wow. Just when you think you finally made some progress, they put you in that. It's really good, though. Like, that's really fun. But it just goes on for such a long time. Fox, you're supposed to shoot them all. I tried my best. Just like the movies, the game never ends. Like, really? Wow. I don't sense the force in this young one. Like I said, you know, I should have just closed my eyes and maybe then it would have worked better. That's awesome, though. That is so cool. Like, it's just a matter of practice. Problem is, we wasted way too many continues before that point. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we've improved a lot. Problem is, now you gotta get back. You know, you would think 10 continues would be enough. But no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you're welcome, Boomer. Is that the end of the game? I would assume not. Boomer Bear, before you depart, how much more is there after that? Like, there can't be much. There's probably just blowing up the Death Star, right? And again, as someone who lacks the Force as much as I do, I can't imagine it's going to be as easy as it sounds. Yeah, now imagine you didn't pick up all 8, you know, shields before you did that, too. Of course, Boomer Bear. Hope you have a wonderful night. I should play Super Mario World. Now, there's a game I can beat with my eyes closed. You thought the game had infinite continues. I think there's one level after that. Just one more. We're so close then. Oh my gosh. Awesome game though. Like, I love it. But brutal in the end game. Like, it's so... The funny thing is it's so generous at first. Like, there's so much health everywhere. There's so many extra lives. And then it just gets brutal. In the end there. What? So even hitting an enemy didn't reset the fall damage. Interesting. I would love to do like another quick try. The problem is that there's like so much setup when it comes to getting the shields and stuff. But we'll do another quick one. I feel like if we don't lose as many game overs to the spike room, that's really the only thing to call it, then we might have a chance. That first person part's tough though. You know, with no indication either on just how close to the end of it you are. Someone set us up the bomb, yes! Luke fell so hard that he became a shooting star, right? Luke blows up like Mega Man for some reason. Secret plot twist is that Luke was a robot all along. Well, I guess his hand is, anyway. But alright. Quickly get what we need. And give it another try. Because inside the Death Star, actually, like, it wasn't that bad until the spike room. That was just the worst. Where really, the most time-consuming thing is just going around getting all this stuff. No way! There's something... So, we've only ever crashed on Tatooine, which is really fascinating. Just something about Tatooine that the AVS doesn't like. Because it was perfect all through the Death Star. That's weird. So we're going to try this again. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a 5-minute break. Clearly the AVS wants a bit of a break too. And then we're going to beat this thing. No excuses. So I'll see you all in a minute. Welcome back, everyone, to Star Wars on the NES. We got really far. We got to the point when we were escaping the Death Star, but Darth Vader had other plans, unfortunately. And I guess here we go again, back to glitchy old Tatooine for one more go at it all. Hopefully we're live. Hopefully everything's unmuted. This is it, the last attempt of the night. You know, I say that. That means it's going to be at least a couple more hours still, with all the shenanigans we got to go through. But thanks everyone who's joined, and I hope you've had fun watching some Star Wars. All the best NES games start with Star. Star Tropics, Star Force, and that's it. There's only 2 good games on the NES. But yeah, here we go. Alright, we got our blaster back. Again, the fact that they just kind of hand you the improved blaster like that, no real trouble at all acquiring that guy, is pretty nice of them. But yeah, I don't know what it is with Tatooine, because like once we got off this planet, we didn't have any issues at all with the game crashing on the AVS. So for those who may just be joining for this, playthrough, this run of the game, assuming maybe this is the winning one, so I've, time-stamped it specifically. For whatever reason, whether it's the original cartridge or whether we're using the flash cart, in the early stages of the game, it will just crash to black. Like, sometimes when the game will go to a black screen, it won't come back from it. So to combat that, we're playing on the flash cart and making periodic saves just so that we don't lose a bunch of progress as the result of a crash. But we're not actually using save states to help us beat the game. Otherwise, I would have just loaded the save state for when we, we're in the first-person shooting section there. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Right now, we're grinding for lives. The Famicom Star Wars game is good, isn't it? I'm not too familiar with that one, because I actually don't own it. It comes in like a really nice silver cartridge. The problem is that finding like a really nice copy of it where the silver's not all scratched off is not easy. So I've always kind of held off on buying it because I want a nice looking one, but I just haven't been able to do such yet. But I'd love to play that someday. That combined with Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back on the NES make 3 Star Wars NES games, which is pretty cool. We had a commenter earlier saying that The Empire Strikes Back is even more difficult than this somehow. And again, from the last attempt we saw, this game is no walk in the park. That spike room is probably one of the meanest rooms I've ever seen in the game. You've never played Super Mario World before. How long is it? You want to, but you're bad at games and you've never got that far? Mario World's amazing. If you don't care about getting like 100%, you can beat Mario World in like 15 minutes. If you take the Star World. Is that like a secret cave entrance here? Kind of looks like it, but no, it's not. That would have been cool if there was like a secret cave. So earlier today, I beat a game that I had never beat before, and that was Castlevania The Adventure. I actually was playing it on a Game Boy Advance SP. It's the first time I've beat that game. It was a lot of fun, actually. It's only 4 levels long, but the levels are like 10 to 15 minutes each. And if you game over, thankfully it has infinite continues, but if you game over, you got to start the whole thing over again. So that was a more common occurrence than I'd like to admit. The 4th level, of course, as well. The final level, which also includes the final boss, was no slouch. But it was a fun game all around. Oh. It's infamously hard, too. Castlevania or the Famicom one, or the Famicom Star Wars. Basically, every old game is very difficult. But I love a challenge. Talking about good games to start with Star, there's Star Luster. There's a Famicom game for you, yes. It's like a first-person shooting one, I believe, as well. In space, naturally. I do have that one. From Namco. Or Namcot. So there's this really weird quirk where, like, the reason it's called Namcot in Japan, I believe the T stands for Tokyo. So, you know, overseas they just kind of get rid of that. But which game is it on the Famicom? Is Namcot games come in like special designed cartridges that say Namcot at the top? It's actually engraved in... No, I didn't mean to go back in. Okay, thankfully we can leave. It's actually in... No! Why, Tatooine? Why? And I can't even reload state because, like, the actual console blew up. So there's an example of that crashing we were talking about. Oh, I can't even load state here because the select button must not work yet. Okay. Oh my god. Like, it's so weird. Why? Why is it so unpredictable? Doesn't like we were talking about Star Luster, I guess. Like, we've played many other games on the AVS, so I would not assume it's my console. Oh, the life grinding we did too. Ugh. See, like, that time it didn't crash. Why is it so random? I should have saved after we got the lives. I was just, you know, so that just proves to you, though, right there, I don't think about save stating when I play video games. It's like the last thing on my mind. So it's not something I'm thinking about right now. I guess maybe we're just not meant to beat it tonight. I don't get it. I don't get it. It wasn't this bad. Use the Force to make the emulator work. It's not even an emulator. It's the real thing. Maybe because it's Friday the 13th. Wow. That is true. All right. That's it. That's it. You know what we're going to play? You know what we're going to play instead? If we can't play Star Wars, we're going to play my other favorite game. If I can quit the game. Maybe I should just turn the console off. There you go. Get out of here. I know what you're all really here for. You're here for everyone's favorite ROM hack, Color a Ninja. This better at least work. Someone actually made a ROM hack of Color a Dinosaur where you color in Ninja Gaiden art. Ninja Gaiden. Here we go. Actually, so what you do is if you press B, it lets you move the crayon wherever you want. We're pressing A kind of like locks it to certain places. All right. What should we do here? So that's looking good so far. Let's get a snazzy background going on. Oh my gosh, Coral Cola was guessing Fisher Price games. Iconic speedrun game, Color a Dinosaur, yes. Didn't this also have a Game Boy port? Did it? Of course, you know, changing the palette, like, there's not too many colors you can have access to at once. Wow, there you go. That's like one of the options you get on the Game Boy. He's a real blockhead. Beautiful. Print it, put it on the wall. And that's it. That's Color a Dinosaur. They've actually got like an interesting variety of stuff. Look at that. I gotta give him credit though. You know, it's a weird game, but the fact that it exists is kind of funny. All right. Do we give Star Wars one more try? Oh, you're talking about the Star. Yes, I believe it is also on the Game Boy. Although it wouldn't surprise me if, I mean, Color a Dinosaur on the black and white Game Boy would be the weirdest game. My eyes, says Coral Cola. I apologize. Okay, here we go. Last try. If it blows up, that's it. The universe under the spell of the dark forces forever of the dark side. It's not my fault. Just the way it has to be, but... Okay, fingers crossed. I'm going to save like every 3 seconds. Okay, save. But see, I wish that save wasn't the pause menu because it makes it tough. Okay. Hope you enjoyed our Color a Ninja interlude, though. Alright, we've never beat this cave, and everyone's probably like, wow, Andrew, you're not even playing like half the game as you're skipping these caves. Let's see what we're missing by not going through this cave. I don't believe it's anything important. We're missing these guys, which are kind of a pain in the butt. Oh my gosh. See that lag? What even hit me? So all of that just for one shield. And the other place where we get the shield is easier than that, so that's why. Like, it feels like it was intended that you couldn't recollect shields, and that would make more sense, but that is not how they programmed it, so we take advantage of that. Once I get the lives, I will save state. Is it save stating? I can't even tell. I think that time it did. Did you play the Star Wars trilogy games at all? No, I have not. Maybe they weren't expecting you to re-enter areas. So I've played this previously on my AV Famicom and had 0 crashing issues. So I have no idea what the problem is with the AVS. And it doesn't appear that there's like any reported problems with playing this game on other people's AVSs. Maybe many people just haven't played Star Wars. Or if anyone else has, they haven't reported if they've encountered any issues. But, you know, you can also play it and not have any issues. So, something weird's going on. It's very strange. What makes it crash sometimes. But alright, this is it. This is the serious final run of the night. Guess we have to go get R2-D2 again. Feels like we've saved that guy like 40 times. Oh, I was gonna save before I went out the door. Okay, thankfully it didn't do anything anyway. So save state in case it crashes. And now R2-D2 time. Not in this cave again. The pointless green cave. I guess the color of the cave is maybe kind of like a hint on what's hidden in there. I think the other cave where we get the shield is also green. Hello, Hackin' Quackin'! Famicom Star Wars time! Like, every single person in the chat tonight has brought up Famicom Star Wars. And it's like one of the, it's like a Famicom game I don't own. I actually own about 400 Famicom exclusive games. So like, Famicom games that weren't also released on the NES in some form. But that's just one I don't have. Would love to get my hands on it though, for sure. I can't even, post the link to my P.O. box right now, should anyone just have an extra one lying around. Because Canada Post is on strike. Actually, it might have been just ended. But yeah, so I couldn't even do that, but not that I'm asking for it. I'm sure I'll get it someday. But yeah, it's funny, though. Everyone thinks of Famicom Star Wars. It's like the NES one just ain't good enough. But no, I'm having a great time with this game. I'm actually not too familiar with the Famicom one because, again, I don't own it and haven't really played it and haven't done too much like external research of it. Come on, not this. Not this! Okay, we can still save it. Oh, thank goodness. But I'm not sure how it plays compared to this one. It's like a Lost Contra game? Oh, that's awesome. SBPDX, welcome. Hope you're having a great night. So Famicom Star Wars isn't like really expensive, but it has like a shiny silver cartridge. And I've always wanted to like find a nice condition one. And it also has a label on top, unlike many other NES games, Famicom games. So I'm just too particular. I want one that's like in nice shape and has a nice label on top. And finding one that has both of those conditions is not as easy as you would think. Okay. Yeah, I'm picky about Famicom cartridges when it comes to the top labels. Like, I don't care if there's initials on the back. A lot of kids back in the day, Famicom days, you know, instead of, you know, the games were expensive, so they'd go to school and like swap them and stuff. So to make sure they got their game back, they would like write it on the back. So you find a lot of Famicom games that have the names on it. I mean, of course, NES games are like that too. But I find Famicom games are way, 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 way worse for it. But I'm not too picky about when the back has a name on it. I'm more picky about the front label and the top label if there is one. Okay, let's get down to business here. This is like a surprisingly difficult part until you kind of get the rhythm down. And like this guy shoots you from off screen, which is never fun. Like, where's the purple guy? Did I despawn him somehow? I guess I did. Alright. It's Han Solo time! Just touching that guy zapped like half my health. Yes! Okay. So now we have to go get our lives back, plus get the shields. Oh, before I do that, I should save. Okay, I think we did. Did you notice it could crash right here? Okay, it didn't though. Having a very glitchy night here. See, another green cave with shields in it. There must be a connection. One. But yeah, Famicom is so cool. I want to play and beat more Famicom games for sure. I recently beat Ys. You know, the one that's spelled Y-S, the very first one. The first 3 were released on Famicom. I have the second one. The third one's on the rarer side. But I beat the first one recently. The best way to describe that game is just walking around and smashing your face into things. Everything is just combat, walk into enemies. Solving puzzles, walk into things. But it was fun. I'm sure the later entries probably improve on the formula. Sounds like Mega Man music. Overall, Hack and Quack in this game, the platforming parts certainly have a Mega Man vibe to them. But now we're accumulating all the shields that we're going to need for the Millennium Falcon parts. Oh no, oh no. Did not mean to fall that far. Because we know just how badly we're going to need them. Oh yeah, well, Obi-Wan... That's true in the movie, yes. It doesn't seem to have interfered with it all game-wise. But yeah, we do have to go find Obi-Wan again. Now that we found R2-D2. We're going to be going back to that cave anyway to fill our live supply back up. We're just in shield mode right now. Thankfully, the game's... This is very generous with the health pickups in this room. Oh god. Lag. I would prefer not to lose... I saved after we got Han. This is so dumb. And it's only on Tatooine, too. Fall damage is inconvenient. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for a Star Wars game to have fall damage. Alright, back to 0 shields again. One. But yeah, the Famicom is really cool. A lot of neat games for it. Of course, a lot that we got, were localized, but then some that weren't. And of course, the NES has those games that weren't released on the Famicom. So, there's really a lot of reason to explore both sides. Whether, a Japanese person who likes 8-bit games would want to check out the NES. And I know there certainly are collectors like that out there. And of course, for us as well, to check out the Famicom library, where there's like 1,050 games for the Famicom. And, like a good chunk of them, like more than half, were never localized. Excuse me for a moment here. Thank you for that. Okay. My bad. Where is that guy? Did he despawn? Yes, he did. So, is the result of anti-piracy programming? Because it's not... we were playing on the official cartridge earlier. And we switched over to the flashcart ROM. Because then at least we can, make periodic saves in case it crashes. But even the official cart was crashing. It seems to not like the AVS console, the HD NES that we're playing on. And we're doing that because I don't have my standard definition streaming equipment hooked up yet after the move. And I figured, nothing wrong with playing in HD. I'm sure everyone probably appreciates the improved quality anyway, but was not expecting Star Wars to suddenly have so many issues. All right, let's save. There we go. Because I've never had this before, where like a game has not worked properly on the AVS. But I have played this exact, my exact Star Wars cartridge, the very same one, on my AV Famicom, and it worked perfectly. With 0 crashes, so I'm not sure why the AVS would be doing that. It was suggested by another viewer that like maybe it could be an issue with my AVS, but like why just on Tatooine? Seems just like maybe a quirk no one else has really come across. Alright. 5 shields. 3 more. I just like skip all this? Kind of. Again, this cave gives you so much health, you can kind of cheese a few things. Which is really nice. That speeds things up even more. Oh no, oh no. 2 more. Hope you're all having a wonderful night, though. Appreciate you all sticking around despite the quirkiness. Right. One more, I think. I was gonna save, but it's like, nah, we can get one more without it crashing, right? Okay. Alright, back to the Obi-Wan cave to load up on lives and get the... You know, Obi-Wan. You know, the lives, and then Obi-Wan if we have to. Oh, I should have saved. Okay. I'm trying to save. It's not doing it, I don't think. That should be it. And then back to the big old cave in the upper right here. No way! Oh my gosh. Darkside's really working overtime to try and stop us from beating this. But the thing is, though, about the AVS is that it's not so much a clone console as that it tries to recreate the original NES hardware as accurately as possible. So it's not just like, you know, emulating, you know, the ROM. It's actually playing it like an original NES should. So there shouldn't be any reason for things like that to happen. But all right, thank goodness we remembered to save. So we didn't really lose anything. It's funny because last night's Yooka-Laylee stream also ended with a soft lock. We were doing trying to transform into a plow. It was the transformation of the second level. You know, just like how Banjo-Kazooie has Mumbo transformations and all that. And, you know, we'd been playing for a good while. But, during the transformation animation, the game just kind of froze. It's like, whoops! And thankfully, we could still access the pause menu and save, but... Yeah, I just haven't had good luck recently, it seems. Oops. Alright, we'll get him on the second run. RC Shaggy, welcome! Yes! It's an issue we've been having all night, unfortunately. Again, we've never really had such a consistent crashing issue with a NES game on the AVS before. Even Mario Adventure 3, you know, look at that thing. You know, big hacked version of Mario 3. You'd think if anything's gonna crash, it's that. And we did have a glitch that one time, but no, I don't think that was the AVS's fault. Who knows? Maybe it could have been, but I don't think it was. Hopefully no other games are, like, really broken. Alright, let's get Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan hasn't really done anything. Like, he comes with you to the Death Star. He never fought against Darth Vader or anything there. In fact, when we got to the end of that spike room, I still don't understand why the level wasn't ending and what we eventually did do to end it. Hopefully hopefully that doesn't break again. Is that related to the AVS as well? I guess we'll never know. Oh no. Fell too far. I'll have to go through one more time. The Emperor does not approve of this hacking transgressions. Really, I feel bad about the, you know, the save state usage too, but I think in this case it's warranted. Just in case something blows up. Alright. Alright, so we are gonna have enough lives here. Let's save. I think that was good. And let's go. But yeah, it's funny. It was like once we leave Tatooine, it never froze. So just something about this planet. Let's get out of here. If only you could hold more than 7 lives. I wonder why they capped it at that. You could really break the game if you could accumulate to like 99 lives. But lives don't help. That's an important thing to note, is that when you're in the Millennium Falcon, you don't have... Oh, not him. I want the lightsaber out. You know, you don't actually have lives in the Millennium Falcon. A death instantly uses up a continue. So yeah, you know, even if you do farm lives forever, it doesn't actually help you in that situation. Only thing that can help you there is Game Genie and like the infinite continue code, which I assume there is. Can't imagine that'd be a hard code to make. Alright. Ugh. Scary jump. This here Anakin guy, maybe Vader someday later. Now he's just a small fry to the Super Tom brother. And that's Anakin causing us all this trouble here. I see there's a ladder up there. I don't think you ever actually like get up to that ladder. Or I've just never found a way to. Probably switch back to the gun. Oh my gosh. Alright, thankfully we start here. Again, I call shenanigans on the enemy lasers. I feel like the hitboxes just aren't right. The early stages of the game when they're handing out, you know, life refills all over the place. Certainly doesn't stay that way. Now we should have 8 shields, so we don't have to pick that one up. He takes so many hits. In the movies, it's like 1 hit and stormtroopers die. Touch the side of the cannon is deadly. Okay. Climb up the side of that ladder. Oh my gosh. This part is not hard. Just gotta take it slow. I'm just excited to get back to the Death Star. Wow, like, why does that not count as being on the ladder? There's no reason to be dying to these guys. Not one good reason. Like, he climbs up the side, but if you move too close to the center, he doesn't hang on anymore. Alright. That should not have been that hard. Can you farm continues? So you're given 10 continues from the start, which sounds so generous. But unfortunately, it does not appear that there's any way to earn more. Kind of get what they give you, and that's it. Alright, so let's pretend that all those hilarious deaths never happened. Yeah, I need to explain the ladders. If I press up here, like, that doesn't count. That does not count either. I'm pressing up. That counts. There's something wonky about these ladders. Yeah, because I died to that, we lost like 40 lives. Alright. Phew! You're playing PS3 while watching your PS3 froze? Now, hopefully it's not getting out and causing everyone else's games to break. Don't forget that my PS3 literally exploded when I wasn't even using it. Somehow the power supply just blew up and took out like half the other chips with it. It's still getting repaired. But I hear it's coming along well finally. Finally, the repair guy got the pieces in. So someday I'll get that back. Of course, the person who's repairing it lives closer to my old house than I do now, so I'll have to make a special trip back there to grab it someday. Which is fine. I haven't played PS3 in so long, though. And PS3 is great because it plays PS1 games as well, in HD. I considered, you know, since I don't have a PS3 right now, maybe looking into getting one of the old backwards compatible ones. But apparently they break really easily too, which is a shame. Ladders are just like stairs in Castlevania, yes. Alright, so I will save here. Again, now that we're in the Death Star, it doesn't seem like... Okay, I think that was good. You know, we have as much issue, but... Here we go. Back into the Death Star. Haven't used to continue yet. Our life supply is unfortunately not as high as I would like it. Oh my gosh. That was close. Yes. I don't want to say something really dumb, like this room wasn't that bad the first time, but I don't think this room was that bad. In fact, the Death Star wasn't even that hard until the spike room. Like, somehow the freaking bar in Tatooine was more difficult than the Death Star. No! I was pressing up! Guess I wasn't centered enough. This is when you wish you had rapid fire. It's okay, there's an opportunity coming up for extra lives. So we'll see what we can do about that. So just wait for this guy and then jump over him. There. It froze even on the Death Star now? Like, this is so stupid. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. It's like the whole time we were on the Death Star before, it didn't freeze once. That's... oh. Darth Vader's probably doing some hacking, yes. He's using the Force. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, that was deserved anyway, since I died in this room before I saved, so... Fair enough. But, like, I beat this room, so I should beat it on this life, or else that's shenanigans too. So I guess I gotta keep saving then. Here I thought, you know, we were done having the save state. Because we were out of Tatooine, but I guess not. Okay. I noticed something. I was holding B when I went in the door. I wonder if it has something to do with, like, if I'm holding certain buttons, that's what causes it. That's so weird. And we can get experimental with that next time we get back to the door. Because why the heck not? Why does Darth Vader turn into a scorpion? That's not this game! That's the Famicom one! Alright, let's try this again. Is it because you're holding B that the game freaks out? We'll find out this time. Look how that guy faces the wrong way. I wonder if it has something to do with the music changing. Does it only happen when you go to a room with different music? Oh no, oh no. Okay, well again, that's deserved. Luke falling so hard that he exploded. That guy just died for no reason. There is some strange stuff happening here tonight. Okay, let's save. So we never have to play this room again. Unless we get game over. Okay. So I'm gonna hold B when I go in this door. Okay, let's see. That's not the one that was causing us trouble, it was this one. No, see, that time it was just fine. That was an epic jump. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out why this crashes. If I hold right B, nope. Nope. Like, is it completely random? Here I am trying to force the game to crash. And it crashed! I wasn't even touching anything that time. So it really is just completely random. It's just like a 1 in 10 chance or something, I guess. Death Star haunted confirmed. Alright, well. See what we can do. Despite all of that. So this is where the 1-up is. Again, 1-ups don't help us, but when we get to the first person part. Let's see if I can remember how all this works. Like, they put health after that because they know you're gonna take a hit. I forgot about that one. Thankfully, we can get the 1-up back. I wonder if we could farm lives by getting this 1-up and then... Wow. You know, going back into the door and coming back out would probably make the 1-up respawn again. Oh, that's a deficit. Look at that guy falling down the hole. Just for fun, let's see if it works. Please don't freeze. Okay. Dark Vader. I mean, it makes total sense. It might have worked. We'll never know. All right, let's stop fooling around. Again, the one nice thing about this game is that, like, barring you leaving the room, enemies don't respawn. Oops. Actually got past that point without taking a hit. And we're forced to pick up the health even though we don't need it. Whoa, what a save. No! Yes, no! Oh my gosh, so close. I think there's health up here, but like... What a silly enemy placement. Ugh. So what we can do now is if we go in here, that should make the 1-up respawn and the health pickups. Assuming we can get it. There it is. Perfect. All right, we're in the 1-up profit zone now. Always a good zone to be in. Alright, so here's where we have to remember to stop and shoot this guy. Or else he messes us up. Perfect. So this one, I think we just go for it. And I think that's it for this room. Yes. Oh, this again. Okay. That was too early. I knew it. Okay. It went so well last time. I think we got it. I forgot all about this. All right. And now we gotta find Princess Leia. Does anyone remember where she was? Or how to get back to that? We did get the map with R2-D2, right? Yeah, it was down at the bottom right there. So we go... the far right, far left. No. Because we gotta make like a weird jump. How do we get to there? Okay. First one. I see it. So we got first elevator. And then the next elevator. Can we even... Oh, wait, that's not a wall? I thought that was a wall. Whoops. Okay, first one. The weird can guy messed me up. Then this. Okay, so she's always in the same door. Even though it seems like there's like more doors than necessary, which is interesting. And again, how it affects the game at all if we don't rescue her, I don't know. So, how do we get to the actual end now? If I go down, we can get a 1-up. Do we bother? Because the first person section, the 1-ups don't matter anyway. Down there. It's hard to say no to a 1-up though. It's just not exactly as easy to get as you might think. I mean, yeah, heck, we might as well go get it. And here we go. This way? Whoops! Okay, perfect. I wonder if that comes back if you go into like one of those doors, but maybe not. So I don't think the health pickups come back. Is there health pickups in this room? It's a good question. I thought there were some. Okay, otherwise, where are we going now? To get to there. So I just went up to the top, so I want to go down. If I'm seeing it, I think we go to the far left here. Okay, so far left. probably this one. And then this. I don't think this is where I thought I wanted to go. No, I actually want... Oh! Okay, actually, this is perfect. So this. And then we jump here. Watch out for the weird red guy. Alright. Almost back to where we were. Almost. I haven't save stated in a while. Again, for glitch purposes, not for, like, cheating purposes. Okay. Ooh. Diego. Welcome, Diego. No! It's no problem. The game is great, though, whether you've watched the movies or not. Very fun game, but very difficult. Oh, there's the walking fridge. That's a really scary jump that somehow I haven't screwed up yet. Yes! That was actually a flawless run of that room. Oh yeah, I lost a whole bunch of lives here last time. So we need the lightsaber out. He saved me, and then he killed me, so it evened out. Alright, thank goodness. So yeah, if you don't pick up the lightsaber, that would be a really tough boss fight. Alright everybody, the Room of Spikes, are you ready? Here comes the jump that we've never successfully made. I was gonna say maybe it'd be a good omen if we could get it on our first try, and then I somehow had no momentum. Yeah, momentum is kind of weird in this game, I have to admit. Ugh. Yeah, so I should have at least done a bit of a jump. Looks like we're going to have to use our first continue out of 10. And they are very important for when we get to the, you know, the shooting part soon. Like, it's so close, but never. We've never gotten it. Oh no! Like, how is that fair? How? How? Nope. All right, no more deaths. Oh. There's something really wrong with those lasers. That was almost pretty good. Maybe you used the momentum from, like, the arrow lift? I feel like messing around with it too much, though, is just gonna cause me to lose lives like that. Alright, alright. I think last time when we got to the Millennium Falcon, we only had, like, 3 continues left, so any improvement over that would be nice. It's impossible. Just not possible. time for the part that was totally in the movie. That's right. This wasn't even in the movie, and they're making us like suffer through it. Okay. Again, I don't understand the hitbox on that enemy, but I won't complain. Alright, now here comes the worst part. But we had actually had it figured out by the end. I wasn't ready. Whoa. Okay. Trying to get the right angle here. Taking a hit there means we can't screw up the spike part coming up. And the music even almost kind of has like a VVVVV vibe to it too. Kind of funny. When you do that, it's almost like, do I bother? Because when you have so little health, it's like, you know, something's gonna take that off. I mean, I guess I could play as Leia or something instead. But again, if they die, they're gone for good. I didn't touch that. That is the most proof you will ever need right there, that the freaking lasers have broken hitboxes. Alright, this is the one. This is the life. We're gonna beat this. And that will still give us like 7 continues for the TIE fighters. Okay, it's fine. Diego, that's the Famicom one. Everyone wants to see the Famicom one. And it's like the one Famicom game I don't own. Okay, actually there's still like half of them that I don't, but I would love to get my hands on it. Okay. Nope, obviously. You kind of have to float around in the middle there and let yourself descend a bit before you start ascending again. Like, it's so complicated and over the top. I just want the day to come when I actually make that jump somehow. But I'm scared to even make like proper attempts at it, because it's better to fail the jump the way I am than to run off the edge by accident and land in the spikes. What? What? I didn't touch that! I did not touch that! Whoa! What did I do different that time? Nothing! And now I'm kind of stuck here anyway, because like I can't jump or I'm gonna hit the spikes. And like this guy's kind of in the way. So like I'm still guaranteed to take a hit. Like, it's just so stupid. Like that was worse than the way I normally do it. This is just like such an evil room all around. Okay. Alright, we got this. We got this. Whoa, I got a pixel of despair there. Thought one time when I talked to him he gave some of my health back, but I guess I was just imagining things. That would have been cool if like that was a use for him. He could like act as a health refill one time or something. Yes. Okay, so what did I do here last time that like... So that's it? Okay. Nice of them to give you that one up when like you really don't need it. Oh. Alright, you do that. Whoa, did you hear that kind of hang in the music for a second? I was sure we were done. Like, is it a time-based thing, or is like, do I have to defeat a certain number of them? Like, there's really no indication. Unless I'm missing an indication, then feel free to point it out. Like, should I be trying to defeat them at all, or should I just focus on the bombs? The asteroid thing was time-based. Like, in this case, it seems like this guy never goes away until you defeat him. That's gonna hit. Like, I shot that bomb so many times. The ones in the upper corners seem to be a lot pickier than some of the other ones. I guess maybe I shouldn't just hold the button. Should press it when I really need it. The upper left ones get me every time. Close. 55% still. 7 continues. All right, a little bit better than we were last time. A little bit. Have a great night, David Ray. Thank you so much for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who's hanging out and enjoying some Star Wars here. Can we do it? Like, sometimes they shoot the bombs up, like, where they can't even hit me, which is nice. Like, please more of that. Hey, get rid of this guy. No. Thankfully, there's like a iframes, so you can only get hit so badly. Nope. Get him. I just cannot get this one guy. Okay. Oh, thought I got that one. Remember, we're playing this in HD. I can imagine they would probably blend in with the stars in the background a lot on like a standard definition. Whoa. We do so well, and then they kind of just, you know, it gets more intense. It has to mean we're getting closer to the end. So there's a game called Star Voyager on the NES, which kind of reminds me of this. I thought I got that. I almost feel like maybe the true crosshairs is like a little bit below the one that you can see, because I feel like if I aim high, I usually hit what I want. Well, sometimes anyway. I actually got that. Yes! Yes! I can't control. Okay, now I can control. Okay, well, now I can't control. Okay. I would love for that to be the end, but it's probably not. I'm guessing this is now the attack on the Death Star. Yeah, it looks like it. Here we go, everybody. This could be it. This could be the end. All right. I've been given no instruction on how to do this. We just got to use the Force, I guess. Okay, now I like have a lot of control on where I'm going, I guess. Although there's no map from what I can see on like where I should be going, so I guess it's just another game of waiting. Another waiting game. Will I actually have to shoot the Death Star? Or will that be a cutscene? That's the question. Like, that'd be pretty horrible. It didn't end with you having to blow it up yourself, but that's a horrifying thought on what the heck it's going to expect me to do. I don't even know what hit me there. If this section could not be that long, that'd be great. Flying up and diagonally seems to, like, prevent you from taking hits. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, now it's not. They figured out my strategy. Down diagonal. Up diagonal. Assuming this is just like a waiting game. No shields left. What? What? Like, your crosshairs doesn't even sometimes go where the bombs are. 65%? Alright, we're under half continues. Christian. Ugh. Like, there's no radar, right? Like, on where I'm supposed to go. I really have no opportunity to look down at the HUD. Because I'm just... You know, you can't take your eyes off the battle. I don't know how either of those blew up in string. I don't feel like I really shot at them, but... You know, sometimes things blow up that I don't even shoot at, and you know, I'm not going to complain about that, but... Oh no. I shot right at that. Like, I'm kind of just playing the running game, hoping that it's a time thing and that eventually I'll just win, but maybe it comes down to how many you blow up. Like, there's really no way to know, right? Like, that's what happens when you engage in battles. The bombs are gonna hit you. But I'm good at running. Come on, come on. Is that like the last one? No, there's more. There's more, and ow, my hand is cramping. Soul Prophet, hello! Oh. AVGN covered this game a long time ago. Okay. Like, there's no map or anything. It's not like I'm supposed to be, like, aiming for somewhere specific. Which I guess means I'm just supposed to kill a bunch of TIE fighters. But that's what happens! Which one has Vader in it? I want that one. No. Again, how can we only be 65%? This is, like, the end. I guess I just shouldn't hold shoot. Shoot when you think you need to. mean, those guys were running away. That's got to be a good sign if I'm scaring people away. How long can this go on for? Where's everyone else, too? There were, like, helpers in the movie. It wasn't just Luke. No. We're doing so well. That's probably, like, the last guy. No! Come on! It looked like it was over. I destroyed so many of them. Like, so many. Yeah, the echo. It's true. Oh, man. Hi, Super Tom, brother. Quarth. That's the Famicom one, right? Yeah. Yeah, we checked that one out in a multi-cart video I did one time. Like, am I doing something wrong? Because that was a really good run. I blew up so many. And like, there's no indication anywhere on if there's like somewhere you're supposed to go, or if there's a certain amount you're supposed to blow up. Like, okay. Now imagine if you didn't have 8 shields. I'm getting my butt handed to me already. Not good. Like, if there was, like, at least a counter somewhere, that'd be good. Wow, Jinxie is reigning with a party of 2. Thank you! From Elden to Star Wars. Let's go! Game display. We've rated our Elden rings for lightsabers. Swap Modern Pain for retro challenges. May the Force be with your NES adventures. Thank you so much, Wow Jinxie. I really appreciate that. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Hope you enjoyed the end of Star Wars here with that. I hope we can beat it. Thank you. But here we go. Like, this has got to be the end. Hope you had a really great time playing Elden, though. Yeah, that's really a change from modern all the way back to the NES. Wow, I was hoping we could avoid that one. Up, yeah, so just going down and up seems to be the best thing to do. Like, you go up, and then you go down. And I could swear that the controls were inverted before, and they're not now, so that's kind of weird. I think the Millennium Falcon was inverted. Is that like a lore thing? The Millennium Falcon's inverted, but the X-Wing isn't? Oh, wow! Thank you. Wow, everyone's rating. Thank you, Farahime! Madriff, thank you all so much for the raids. What? What is happening? School's out raid. School's out. Wow, well, enjoy your break. From Rings to Stars, you've traded Tarnished Jedi for the game. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Oh, wow, Jinxie, I really appreciate that. And to everyone else as well. Farahime, Minori Kitsune, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Even got the whole thing going on there. Okay, let's do this. We gotta take down the Death Star. That means a lot that you would raid, and I hope we can pull out a win for you. Oh, I think we got a shield piece back. Interesting. The instruction manual did say that R2-D2 could do that. I'd never actually witnessed it. Oh, because I guess R2-D2 would be this part of the game and not when you're in the Millennium Falcon. That makes sense. Come on, come on. So many bombs. Can that be the last one? Yes! Okay. Okay. Please don't make me blow the Death Star up. Please just be a cutscene. Please tell me that's the end. What? Is it a shmup now? Oh my gosh, what is this? What is happening? This is like that Q-tip one from Action 52. Like, how do you attack behind you? Oh, I have lives again. Okay. No, you can't touch anything. Oh boy, this is a really tough game. Like, this has been a really rough game, and this is just, you know, the icing on the cake in terms of everything else we've been up against tonight. A lot of genres packed into one, though. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes! 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 We did it, everyone! We did it! Yes! I can't believe it. I can't believe we actually did it. What a game. What a game. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Like, wow. What a night. Even the console glitching couldn't stop us. And we rescued them all, so I don't know what was with this like 65% stuff going on. Final percent complete. Yeah, we did it! So you can't even say I didn't do everything. Thank you. The end. That was one of the coolest NES games I've ever played. Like, it had everything. It had absolutely everything. Madriff, thank you. Wow, Jinxie. Yeah, the sprites are really nice. Farahime, thank you so much. Diego, Demo, Chris, 100, right? The level like Silver Surfer on crack? It was. Like, that was worse than Silver Surfer. Whoa. That was a really good game. And, you know, all of you who stuck around the support, thank you. I didn't think we were going to get it done tonight, especially since the game just didn't seem to want to work for a bit there. That means a lot. YS Bunny, Star Evil. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Star Evil was exactly what that reminded me of. Yes, that was the Q-tip game. Yes. That is exactly what that ending part there reminded me of. You know, I played so much Star Force that, you know, I had it in me to beat that last part. Whoa. Whoa. That was a really good game. Does anything happen now? I kind of didn't want to press anything. Okay. This is just in case there was like another graphic or something. But there you go. Back to beginning. Amazing game. Very amazing game. Thank you all so much for joining tonight. And I had such a phenomenal time. I'm kind of amazed that we actually beat it. Like, it just didn't seem like it was happening there for a bit. I'm amazed that we actually beat it. Well, like, I can hear myself because I went to Twitch. How do you raid, Jinxie? I've never raided anybody before, but with all the viewers, I want to raid. Let's finish this thing. But thank you all so much for joining. Hope that this made your Friday night. And to everyone who, you know, Jinxie brought and just everyone who decided to watch, thank you. I really appreciate your support and hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, let's see. Was it like ! raid or something? Is that how you do it? I've never had enough viewers on the Twitch side to do this. But I'm going to send you all over to He Who Has No Life. He is also playing NES games, and he is currently playing Miracle Piano. So he will have some wonderful music for you all to listen to. Thank you, Jinxie. How do you raid? How do you raid? Yeah, YS Bunny. When we get to what's it called? To the Donkey Kong Land games. Yeah, we'll be playing the color. Oh, it's slash raid. I was doing exclamation mark. Thank you for that. Oh, slash raid. Okay. I think I'm doing this right. So with that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and see you all on Monday for Mario Adventure 3. Take care. No, it didn't work. Let's see. How did that not work? I'm gonna do it. Alright, looks like it's working now. Thanks everyone, and have a good one.